Tonight, from South Dakota, two teams fighting for wild card position look to face off against one another. Alaska and Las Vegas and Sioux Falls, as you are looking live at a sold-out Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Good evening, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrop, along with Rick Northrop on color.
Guten Abend.
Along with Grayson Willis in the truck doing stats. We got an interesting one, Rick. First time we've seen either of these teams all year.
Absolutely exciting for us, and we're privileged and honored to bring you the play-by-play and color commentary tonight on Twitch TV.
It's rivalry night as both teams are in the midst of wild card position, jockeying for playoff position. Vegas at 5-5, Sioux Falls on a 5-game winning streak at 6-4. John Blades calls the toss of the coin. And it is heads, and Vegas elects to receive. I think elects to kick. I'm not sure. I missed it.
Let's see how they line it up. Colin, what are you expecting out of both of these teams tonight?
Well, for Sioux Falls, Colin Hart is definitely the key to this offense. And on defensive wise, of course, you got to keep an eye on AJ Levy, the veteran. Vegas has elected to kick, and they have a contracted kicker in Matt Rage. And here's kick it. We're underway. Fielding it from his end zone and coming out across to the 20-yard line is Levy, the return man, who will set up shop there for his offense on 1st and 10. Looking at the Sioux Falls offense, they have Julian Tyree, number 10. Colin Hart, number 22, the running back, and the wide receivers are Sean Harrelson and A.J. Warren, along with Riley Porter. As the first pass over the middle is incomplete, it's intended for A.J. Warren.
Trying to get a quick hitter right out there in space, and they just can't connect, Colin.
On defense, we have Mike Johnson, better known as Fats. On defensive tackle, number 98, Abner St. John, number 94, the outside linebacker. The corners are Merrick Itera, number 39, and Thomas Rahman Jr., number 42. And the safeties are Anthony Weil, number 35, and Max Jackson, number 37. As we're looking at a 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line, back to throw is Tyree. Swings it out to Colin Hart, and the second-year man picks up about 12 yards on the play as he gets knocked out of bounds by Jackson at his own 32.
Gets the forward progress they're looking for in the first play, and they really want to establish some tempo here in the opening drive.
There's a look at Tyree. Swaggering up the line of scrimmages. It is 1st and 10 from the 32. Hart is in the backfield. Here's the quick pass again. This time it is complete for a first down.
It's a first down.
No correction. That was number 17. It's number 17, Lynn, on the reception. Catching the pass, 1st and 10. Split shotgun look for Sioux Falls. Tyree again to throw. Going deep down the field and knocked away by Itera. Pass intended for Warren.
Step for step with the receiver. Makes a good play. Might have even been able to get a pick on that, but regardless, it's a great play.
Thank you for the information, AJ Levy. That was Ray Lynn taking over for Harrelson.
Ray Lynn.
As Tyree again drops to throw on 2nd and 10. This time he swings it out hard for a second time, and Colin Hart picks up 6 yards. 2 exactly to 50 where St. John and Wyo bring him down together. Abner is converted defensive lineman. He was an end last year in San Francisco, and he converted outside linebacker, 6'2", 275. So he's quite large out there for a big man.
Indeed.
We have a 3rd and 4 as Tyree over the middle completes the pass.
Nice.
That is Turgeon James, number 18 on the reception.
Yeah, clap for yourself, young man. That was a nice throw as he's just on a little streak in a seam.
And that sets up Sioux Falls with a 1st and 10. Here they come to the line of scrimmage. Standard pro set backfield, 3 wide receivers. Lynn in the slot. Press coverage from Vegas. They show a blitz, and they throw against the blitz and complete it for about a 1st down pickup of 11 yards. That's Warren on the reception down to the Vegas 23. And the Sparrows are moving the ball right down the field. So look at Warren. (6'1", 210, third-year wide receivers. We got a 3-man backfield. Here's the first carry for Hart, and Colin Hart picks up 2 yards. 2nd and 8. We have a 2nd and 8 from the 21. Again with a 3-man backfield. This time the receiver to the top of the field. And they go the other way again with Hart. And this time he slogs his way forward for a 4-yard pickup. Setting up a 3rd and 4.
Had some success in the passing game. This may be a prelude to another shot right here, Colin.
We're looking at 3rd down and 4 from the 18. They do have a kicker, and it's in his range. Standard pro set backfield set. 3 wide receivers for Sioux Falls. As Tyree, quick drop, fires over the middle. Oh! Reinhardt. No, that was St. John who knocked it away. Incomplete, 4th down. Jason1347 subscribed with Chich Prime. Thank you, sir. In mid AM 96 with 300 bits. Thank you also for supporting the SFL in that way.
We got a 34-yard attempt here, Colin, with that contract kicker.
With a reserve kicker.
A reserve.
As the hold is good and the kick is good.
Lefty puts it through.
So Sioux Falls strikes first to go up 3-0 on the foot of Sammy Prefontaine. They average about 25 points per game, rounded up to 26. And they're going against a scoring defense that on average allows 24. The Simulation Football League is brought to you by APM Music, Custom Music Library and Custom Music House, Extraordinary Everest, Gifts from the Most Extraordinary Place on Earth, and Bit Central by Fuel, Transforming SFL Media in 2019, and Harry's Family of Products. As you could tell by all those sponsors, Rick, business is booming. Jackson
That's right.
turns it up to the 32.
People with money recognize the SFL as a place to be. Don't forget to patronize all those businesses.
As Vegas comes out, there's a look at John Blades. And Tom Rahman is in the shotgun, flanked by either back Robert Redford, the contracted man there, number 28, playing against his former team. Rahman throws over the middle. It is complete for about a 8-yard pickup to the slot man for the Fury, Cobretti. Marion Cobretti, number 17.
Rahman with no rust as he comes right out and double pumps to try and make sure, hold off the rush and get a few people open. Makes that easy.
Tom Rahman, second-year player. Robert Redford came over from Sioux Falls, his second year with the team. Brett Funk, number 16, is one of the wide receivers, number 16, and John Blades is number 81. As the first carry goes to Redford, and he's racked up in the backfield for no gain. Alex Parker, the inside linebacker, number 91, and Nick Fargo, number 92, combining on the tackle to set up this third and about medium situation. Here's the shotgun look for Vegas. And Rahman, the lefty, sits in the pocket, gets hit, and he throws, lets it go, and it's intercepted by the elder statesman back there, A.J. Levy, number 42.
There's so much to look at on this play as Sioux Falls gets the pick. Colin, they had 4 down linemen. It looked like they were just going to do a standard 4-man rush. They actually back a lineman out, and it's a 3-man rush, and one of the rushers gets right to Rahman's feet as he lets the ball go. I think that probably caused a little bit of the errant pass, and here we go, Sioux Falls.
As we set up with a 3-man backfield on 1st and 10, here is the handoff to Colin Hart, and Hart gets racked up after a pickup of 1.
That's an old variation of the old Packers play, but the Packers sweep as they've got 2 in the backfield. They send both to the right side as blockers. It doesn't produce what Lombardi used to get regularly out of the Packers.
7 yards on 3 carries for Hart so far. He's got 2 passes for 18 yards on catches as Tyree goes back to throw. This time throws it out to Porter. And Porter, number 87, picks up the first down at the 46.
Las Vegas playing a little bit of a soft cover there. They allow the throw underneath, and they are not able to get to him in time until he reaches the line to gain. There's a first down.
You know, in fact, the drive was so quick by Vegas, we didn't get to the defensive lineup for Sioux Falls. We'll get to that next drive.
Their next defensive stand.
As we have a 1st and 10 from the 46. Hart will take the carry. He has room to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, 2, 1, and he's in. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
Wow.
And the Birds and the Dakotas strike the end zone first.
Wow, it draw blood on their first possession with a field goal, and look at that. Look at the speed. Surprising the Las Vegas defense. Las Vegas had a linebacker over on their left side, the defensive left side of the formation. Up on the line, he didn't rush, and there was no receiver to cover. And I think the linebackers were out of position, and they get caught as Sioux Falls runs to the opposite side.
And that block by the fullback, Ashley Anderson, is the ever-scroll block of the game. As the extra point by Prefontaine is up and good, so at 5:06 to go in this first quarter, Vegas is already in front 10-0. Ever-scroll by movement.
You mean Sioux Falls is up 10-0. Go ahead.
Yes. Ever-scroll by movement blocks blue light to protect your eyes from digital screens. Don't hurt your eyes by checking out SFL action. Protect them and see every moment by using the promo code SimulationFL at purchase from movement.com. A portion of your purchase supports the SFL through a partnership. Movement, premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. The return by Jackson goes up to the 32. So let's set that rest of the Sioux Falls defense for you. Parker and Fargo are the linebackers, number 91 and 92 respectively. The corners are Andrew Iberg, number 25, and John Barnhart, the rookie, number 26, and Jay Ringgold and A.J. Levy are the safeties. As Roman throws again, and this time it's Barnhart that intercepts it.
I might have to apologize to the Las Vegas faithful as I complimented Rahman on the first play from scrimmage with the double pump, and he's got 2 picks to his name here in the first quarter.
Barnhart was just trailing that perfectly.
Hope everybody caught that playoff picture screenshot. You see that nanosecond flash.
There's 4 carries for 52 yards for Hart.
Colin will walk through those for everybody as we go through the game.
That was a 46-yard touchdown run that Hart had on the last drive. And this drive starts out with a pass complete to the tight end, number 89, Miles Portis.
For those of you keeping score at home, Colin will eventually get to the Sioux Falls defensive lineup.
The safeties are
I was just horsing around.
2nd and 7 from the 50. As they set up shop at the 50, and here's to get the Colin Hart, who stiff arms the defender into the next county and picks up a first down. So he gets to the 43.
Well, a lot of things going right for Sioux Falls, and of course it is the SFL, and Las Vegas is a potential wild card team. They are a good team. If you're Sioux Falls, you really want to be stepping on the gas right now because you don't know what the rest of the game's going to bring. Am I right?
You are right, Rick. 2 receivers to the top, 1 in the slot. As Tyree takes a medium drop, swings it out to Hart, and Colin Hart will pick up 3 yards on that reception. St. John and Itera, both teammates in San Francisco, combining on the stop.
Better defended by Las Vegas on that as they played the soft cover again, but were able to recover and hold him short of the line to gain. Bring up 2nd down.
As SFL player personnel has subscribed with Twitch Prime, that makes it 15 months in a row for Mr. Andrew Rostelli. As Tyree drops the throw, drops this a beauty off to Porter, and he was in bounds as he makes the reception. Don't forget the tight end is Craig Hearn for Sioux Falls, number 88. He's 6'5", 245, so he stands out in the crowd.
Indeed. And that was a heck of a throw as he throws way across the field. And those are dangerous. It's right on the money. Bring up 3rd and short.
3-man backfield. And Sioux Falls will give it again to Hart. And Hart this time falling. Anderson's blocked to the 20, to the 10. And he gets knocked out of bounds at the 6. As Hart is already up to 89 yards. Of course, 45 of that on that earlier touchdown run. Looked like a very similar play to the touchdown run, Rick.
Exactly. It's one of those, okay, try. You couldn't stop it the first time. Let's try it again.
As we have a 1st and goal from the 6. Sioux Falls looking to cash in on a 2nd straight interception thrown by the Noodle Man. As they go to Hart the other way, and he's in. Touchdown.
And there's your gas pedal, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. Much to the dismay of the Las Vegas faithful,
who made the trip out here to the Dakotas. And Hart, once again, just following Ashley Anderson. He's put in the work today, man, I tell you.
If nothing else, the Las Vegas faithful can enjoy the awesome stadium that we have here. Am I right? I'm right. Well, here we go with the extra point attempt. Try and put an exclamation point on the early going here for your Sioux Falls Sparrows. It's up and
it's good. So it's 17-0, and there's still 3 minutes left in this first quarter.
All right, why don't you set or finish setting the defense?
That is Colin Hart's 16th rushing touchdown, according to his teammate Barnhart. As he continues putting in the work, I think he has to be an MVP candidate for sure, especially if the Sparrows can sneak into the playoffs. As Jackson returns the kickoff to the 31, and if you're Vegas, you got to put it in the hands of Redford, not Rahman.
Yep, indeed.
He has 1 carry for 3 yards and Tom Rahman is 1 of 3 for 8 yards, but 2 of his completions have gone to the other team. He lines up here in an I formation, 2 receivers to the top of the field. Deep man is Redford. And here's the second carry for Robert, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Nick Fargo in on the stop along with Tyrone Black, number 90. Second down and 10. Vegas, of course, an expansion team last year, drafted a lot of these young players on offense, including Rahman. As he's back to throw, and he almost completed it to his own team, but it was bobbled around like if it was volleyball. Incomplete, 3rd down and 10.
Well, in one of the many gratuitous and obvious color guy comments that I'll make this evening, Las Vegas does not want to give the ball back to Sioux Falls.
They have a 3rd and 10 from the 31. They'll operate with 4 wide receivers, trips to the top of the field, and instead they give it off to Redford, as if to say we trust our punter more. They do have a contracted punter, the only team with a contracted punter, number 7, Dustin McRack, a Pro Bowl selection last year. Matt Rage is the kicker, number 1, and that completes the Las Vegas Fury star lineup.
Nice job.
I knew I would get to that eventually.
And here's the first punt for Las Vegas. Normally that would be a great thing, except for they've arm punted their first 2 possessions.
And they forced the fumble! Fumble on special teams as Merrick Itera forced the fumble, but it was falled on by Sioux Falls.
Falled on by Sioux Falls. I love it.
I speak good English, folks.
You're gooder and gooder every day.
As that was almost a hair-raising moment as Itera, who's become sort of a special team ace in a hole for his squad, nearly forced a momentum-shifting play. As Tyree over the middle completes it, and there's the Moose man, Greg Hearn, number 88, his first reception. That'll set him up at a 1st and 10.
As the Sioux Falls, so falls Sioux Falls.
Just a little slant cut over the middle, right over the linebacker's head. Beautiful throw there by Tyree. He's been with Sioux Falls since pretty much the beginning of the franchise tenure here in the Dakotas. They're saying it was an 11-yard pickup for Hearn, his first catch of the day. 2 receivers to the bottom. Colin Hart on the carry, and Hart grinding forward for about 6 yards, and with that he's exactly at 100.
Are you kidding? At 15-14 of the first, he's got 100 yards.
Yep,
two big runs. That's going to do it.
It's been that kind of day for Mr. Hart. Meanwhile, he dots the I in the 3-man backfield with Anderson and the other tight end in front of him. Instead, he cuts back against the grain and only picks up about 2 yards. Looks like Harley Stone was in there to make the stop. Mike Fats Johnson, I think that nickname Fats is probably less than deserving. The guy is only 320, but he is 6'7". J.J. McGee, the other tight end with Hearn in the formation. Hart is single back. Vegas showing blitz. Here's the turn. Gets Hart, who sheds a heading tackle but can't avoid the second man through the line. That's Abner St. John, and Vegas forces a much-needed defensive stop on their end.
Yes, and fortunately for Vegas's defense, they helped themselves out. Hand the ball back to Tommy Rahman.
As we reach the end of the first quarter play, Sioux Falls is in front of Las Vegas 17-0. Got some more shocking numbers here as we approach the end of the quarter. Vegas only ran 8 plays the entire quarter, whereas Las Vegas ran 24. Shocking, I know. As the kick from Max Mole goes back to Max Jackson. Jackson's a prolific kick returner. It's also good punt returns as he returns it up to the 28. His squad is sitting at 5-5, just right on the very edge of wild cardness. And they're outscoring their opponents coming into this game by exactly 1 point, 260 to 259. Trips to the bottom for Vegas. They need to get their guys going. They don't have a target yet in terms of reception. And here's Robert Redford exploding up the middle for a 6-yard pickup.
Nice job.
That's just about as many yards as he's had all game.
Yeah, nice job by nice line play by Las Vegas, Colin, as Sioux Falls brings 6 guys up. They play their linebackers tight, and Redford's able to blast through that meshed 1 and 2 line of defense.
As Rahman's back to throw, and down he goes. He's sacked by number 93, Johnny Summers.
For those of you paying attention at home, you'll notice that Sioux Falls backed out and only rushed 3. I take it back. They double-teamed one guy, but 3 effective rushers, and 1 gets to Tom Rahman.
They're 0 for 4. They're 0 for 2 on third down as Vegas coming in out of the first quarter. Empty backfield set. Rush is on from Sioux Falls, but the pass is complete to Brett Funk, and that's his first reception out to the Vegas 47, and what a big play.
That's a sweet throw and some real football being played right there as everybody executes well and produces a nice gain. Almost a furious gain.
Rahman now has completed 2 passes to his own team for 26 yards along with those 2 interceptions. Trips to the bottom for Rahman. Quick drop, flares it out to Redford, and Robert will pick up 7 yards on the play. Rahman is now up to 31 yards. Julian Tyree at 91, but he's kept the stat sheet clean as far as interceptions go. Standard throw set, backfield set for Las Vegas. 2 receivers to the bottom of the field. And Rahman gives to Redford, who breaks the tackle and gets enough forward progress to pick up the first down. John Barnhart in on among the tacklers for Sioux Falls.
As Las Vegas begins to generate a little forward progress here, that's going to be a confidence builder for this unit, Colin, as they continue to grind out offensive plays.
And they empty out the backfield. They go 5 wide. Rahman is changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
The guy in the slot on the left could have a shot here.
And the left-hander throws complete for a 6-yard pickup. That is Cobretti's second catch. He already had 1 catch for 8 yards as he runs the hook in the middle of the zone defense and picks up a nice gain.
Good safe selection there by Rahman. Keeps making progress.
Split backfield. Press coverage from Sioux Falls. They play tight on the line of scrimmage. And Redford got the carry, and he ran right into the waiting arms of Nick Fargo.
Nick Fargo, the hometown favorite from the Upper Plains. The man with the Upper Plains name. Oh, free play.
Offsides, and it looks like it'll be a first down and more for Redford as he gets to about the 20. And imagine they decline this penalty.
Oh, absolutely. As he produces a big gain. Impressive run there, too, as he runs through several tackles.
And the young quarterback, the second-year quarterback, getting Tyrone Black to jump as you look at number 61 for Las Vegas there.
Oh, Black.
Gabe Walker throwing a sprawling block on his knees.
Yeah, and then Black feeling his oats a little bit there, thinking He's got that snap count down.
And that was MeUndies Laundry on the field on that previous player. First penalty of the game. Let me tell you about them in just a moment after this play. As the throw goes over the middle, complete to Funk, his second reception.
Good recognition by Rahman there, and good after the catch D by Sioux Falls to hold him short of the line again.
As MeUndies are the world's most comfortable underwear. Visit MeUndies.com/SimulationFL for 15% off your purchase, which will help support the SFL through our partnership. Give the gift of comfort with 100% satisfaction guaranteed, free shipping and returns, signature soft and stretchy MeUndies. Meanwhile, back on the field, Redford sneaks out of the backfield straight up the middle of the field and catches a pass and goes down to the 2.
If you're not paying attention on D, those backs coming out of the formation into a pattern can be deadly, and Rahman finds him there to put them on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
As Rahman will throw, and it is dropped by the fullback. He was open for a moment. That was Solomon Crow, number 25.
Fullback glory, and what makes that even tougher for him is you only get thrown to once or twice every couple of games. So,
as people in the chat can't believe that Crow dropped the ball, as we have split shotgun look on 2nd and goal from the 2. Rahman staring at a blitz. Well, go ahead and throw once again. Throw to the end zone. Oh! Incomplete. I believe that was in the neighborhood of perhaps one John Blades, as Fargo was in coverage, or at least the closest to it. So we have 3rd and goal from the 2. You do have a contracted kicker, but they don't want to get down here to the 2, not only to have to settle for 3 points after having such a promising drive. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll throw once again. Throw it to Redford, and he actually went backwards. He lost 3 yards. Oh, my goodness. That was about as big a red zone disaster or goal line disaster as I've seen in this league in a long time. And Matt Rage will come out to try an easy field goal attempt out of the hold of Cole Trickle.
Long count.
As the field goal is up and good from 21. So they got 3 points out of that drive, but they really could have won 7. But for some reason, the fullback screwed it all up, and everything went south after that.
Yeah, they just seem to get them out of their rhythm, that drop pass. But they do get a field goal out of it. One interesting thing, I noted the long snap count. You know, you got these like 250, 300-pound linemen, and they've been marching down the field. You get them down there, and then you ask them then to hold their stance.
As Rage's kick results in a touchback for Levy.
And they're huffing and puffing, Colin, those linemen. And they sit there, and they've got to hold. They got to not jump, and you actually start losing your wind as a heavy guy like that in a stance.
As our sponsors were Matt Doyle Designs and MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women. Matt Doyle Designs, the official design partner of the SFL, among others. As the throw down the middle of the field on the sprint draw play action to Porter is good for a 1st down.
Good job picking up the sponsors while I was busy talking over your spot, Colin. Thank you very much.
Max Jackson delivering a vicious hit.
That's why he's a pro and I'm a banker.
Split shotgun look for Sioux Falls. First and 10 from their own 34. 4:50 and counting as the throw to middle.
Oh,
no,
he's got it.
intercepted. I thought it wasn't going to be intercepted for a moment, but it was. Pulled out of the air was number 43. Of 42, Tom Rahman, who got his mitts. Tom Rahman Jr. got his hands on the ball, and he says, Dad, here's one back for you.
I got your back. Absolutely. It's all in the family.
As Rahman Sr.
takes over. I got it from here, kid.
He will throw on first down, and that could have been disastrous as he was hit as he threw by Tyrone Black.
That ball was up in the air, available for anybody. Finally, the turf takes it. Bring up a merciful 2nd and 10 for Sioux Falls.
Watch it there, young fella.
What's
Tom
that?
Rahman Jr. in the chat says my dad sucks, which I mean it would tread lightly if I were you, Tom Jr. As it's a 2nd and 10 over the middle. The throw is batted away, pass intended for Blades.
Well, we're going to stay out of that family feud. Either way, father-son team tandem on this on the field tonight for Las Vegas. But the instant problem is a 3rd and 10 for the elder Mr. Rahman.
This time he'll empty the backfield.
We won't make any jokes about the old noodle now, will we?
Trips to the bottom, 2 men to the top as Rahman will go to the bottom side.
Oh, he's got him.
Complete the Blades to the 17-yard line. He's now up to 70 yards passing with that completion. Two shall be the number of feet you catch in bounds.
Not 3. Thou shalt not stop at 1, but continue to 3. I mean 2.
We have Harry's close call, close save challenge on that play as head coach Jason McGee will use his first challenge here. I don't know. It looked like Blades is inbounds to me.
Good to hear Tom Rahman still has some game.
And
in the chat
Sioux Falls gets the challenge
Oh,
one.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh, say it ain't so, R62.
And instead, they'll be forced to try a long field goal attempt.
It's going to be a 49-yarder, or basically a 50-yarder.
And this kid has been pretty good at making these kicks. As the field goal is good, and they said it's from 50.
Wow, nice job. Well, they turned that pick into some points, and that's a +2.
Now it's a 17-6 ball game. Let me tell you about Harry's. From shave sets to handles, Harry provides quality craftsmanship made in Germany. We make Harry's products from the finest materials and ingredients to ensure they can perform as well as they possibly can. Use the promo code SimulationFL at purchase from Harry's.com. A portion of your purchase supports the SFL. Harry's, the official razor of the SFL.
Get that German quality. Trust me, I married into a German family. There's the wrong way, and then there's the German way.
So we have a 1st and 10 from the 19. Levy was better off kneeling there, avoiding a contact. As the 3-man backfield comes out again, here's Colin Art on the stretch play going wide.
Oh, no!
Art's got all kinds of running room. He's going to outrun back Jackson down the
It's a
field.
foot race.
And into the 20, to the 10, to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Well, they continue to put him out onto the left side of the formation. That's what all of his big runs have come there. Same basic play. Nice little cut. Steps over a blocked down defender. And he is bumbling, rumbling, stumbling.
That was about 88 yards to the house.
Whoa.
As far as my numbers go, and now it's a 23-6 ball game pending the PAT.
Wow, for those of you sort of keeping track of the coincidences, the German 88 gun was the finest artillery piece in the Second World War. Keeping the German theme up.
As the extra point is up and through. And Barnhart says Hart has almost 200 yards this half, according to our statistician, defined Mr. Grayson Willis. Hart is at 184 and just 11 carries and 3 touchdowns. They say that run was about 81 yards in length. And he's averaging 16.7 yards every time he touches the ball.
Wow. Yeah, another byproduct of that is I've got to buy a German car. I think we've had German cars for over 20 years.
And the kickoff goes to Jackson. And if you're Vegas, you just gotta weather the storm.
You people don't know what it's like. Germans are always right.
Because if it's not German, it's crap. Oh, wait, that's Scottish. One receiver to either side out of a standard I formation. Crow close, Redford deep. And the left-hander will give it off to Redford. And this time he's swallowed up in the backfield by a quartet of black jerseys led by Fargo and Levy. That's his 5th tackle for Fargo, his 3rd TFL of the game.
Hey, Colin, I got a question. What's the type of play or name of the play that they've been running Hart onto the left side of the formation?
I think that's a power O play.
Yeah, well, if they keep running that power O play, guys in the chat who are wondering about total game yardage for him, if they keep running that, he's definitely going to be over 250.
Solomon Crow catches that one this time as he split out wide, setting up a 3rd and 3 situation. His team down 24-6, and Vegas needing points in the worst way possible.
See Suicide King subscribed to Twitch Prime. Thank you very much.
As Rahman deep down the middle of the field. Oh! John Blades trying to dive for the ball, but he came up short. No good. 4th and 3, and McGrack on for his 2nd punt.
Johnny B needed to be there.
As the swat away from Blades by Barnhart there on that play.
Oh.
And McGrack standing back at about his own 20, we'll say, past his own 20. Rush was on. He gets it away.
I got a crush on you.
And Levy with a spinning, whirling dervish maneuver.
So the objective, obviously, of every drive for a defense is to force a punt, 3 and out, 1 first down and out, 2 first downs, what have you. They really can't afford to let Sioux Falls put more points on the board right here at the end.
That was another father-son combo. That was Greg Barnhart, the rookie's father, making the play. As meanwhile, back on the field, Julian Tyree's pass is knocked down in the line of scrimmage by number 92, Byron Lewis. 6'4", 281, big wingspan guy.
When do they uncork that, what was that, O play you said?
The power O play to the
left?
Left. Yeah.
Well, they've got extra blockers.
They got 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage, both to the same side. They'll throw out of it. And they're going to Lynn, and Lynn makes the catch to 39. Here's Tyree again throwing darts. And Rahman Jr. with the hit as soon as he catches the ball.
Colin, I'm impressed with Sioux Falls receivers able to find seams in space against the Vegas defense and be able to get the ball.
Here's that play again. This time they cut it up the middle and he breaks through 40, 30, 20.
Oh, no!
Jr. 10 by 40 to 1 touchdown. Sioux Falls. 4 touchdowns on the day for Colin Hart. Have yourself a first half, young man.
Wow, Joan Jett and the Runaways. Want to use your highlight reel. Are you kidding me?
They go. They pull the weak side guard, and it just pops out the other side, and he had to make one guy miss, and that was all she wrote.
Wow, he's got normally reservations for 7, but so far he's got reservations for 21.
It's Eric JWA, a.k.a. AGDQ, in the chat says top 10 plays a week, all Colin Hart. And Denver Nightwings, a.k.a. Jeremy Vega, our dear friend, says, WTF did Sioux Falls eat 5 weeks ago? That's right. They come onto this game at 5-game winning streak, and they're up 31-6, well on their way to another victory.
Well, Sioux Falls fans are whooping it up, both at home and in the chat, and rightly so, as they go up 31-6. But Las Vegas is a good team.
And Jackson on the return cuts to the outside and gets knocked down at the 29.
They've got 2 minutes to work with here before the half, and see what they can manufacture here.
Levy is one of the league's longest tenured folks. He's in his 7th year with the Sparrows, 7th year in the league overall. Only Eddie Gage has been in the league longer. He's been in the league 10 years. So, as the snap from Rahman goes out to Randy Poffo, the tight end, number 86, who picks up 7 yards.
Yeah, kind of an innocent just toss basically back to the line of scrimmage. And he does the rest, bringing up 2nd and 3rd, Colin.
We've reached a quick 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on Twitch. Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with timed vibrations. Brush head refills for $5, refilled every 3 months, covered for life with free shipping for life. Use the link posted in the chat and your purchase will help support the SFL. Through a partnership, Quip, a more wholesome clean, is back on the field. The pass is intercepted for a 3rd time of the Sioux Falls defense, and this time it's Johnny Barnhart coming up with that one. A possession after his father, Greg, made a great 3rd down swat away of John Blades. As nothing's gone right for Vegas. As John Boy at 26 says, on this 5-game winning streak, only one team has scored over 20 points against Sioux Falls defense. As the throw goes out in the flat to Colin Hart, and he picks up a pedestrian 4 yards on that reception.
Normally a nice little gain, but when you're sprinting to the end zone for 40, 50, 80 yards, it seems incredibly mild. It's a mild salsa from New York City.
Oh, look at Eric JWA. He translated that for you, young man.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm a little out of it, yeah.
As the carry goes off to Harmon Hart, this time he'll pick up yardage to make it 3rd and 2 to the 38. Clock running, they continue with the hurry up. Again, they go to Hart, and this time he's stopped after a 1-yard pickup, and Sioux Falls calls time with 1:07 left. As Barnhart has recorded his 8th interception on the year. Pretty good for the 13th overall pick. Meanwhile, back in the field, the offense is set to go for it here. And not going to try the long field goal. Will they draw him off sides, or will this just be a staring contest? No, they'll actually go for it. Tyree deep down the field, and it is intercepted. So it kind of works out like a punt, as the pass was intended for Ray Lynn.
It's a big arm punt, and max disrespect for Las Vegas's offense.
Rahman Jr. says, Dad, here's another one for you.
Max disrespect for Las Vegas offense by the Sparrows here at this point.
So we have 1st and 10 for the Fury from their own 14. Remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter, but they may just want to lick their wounds. As the throw goes out to Funk, and Funk picks up 3 yards. Rahman Jr., the rookie, when that last play had his 8th pickoff as well. So Brett Funk, 2 catches for 26 yards on 5 targets. John Blades has been statistically shut out, and apart from a few runs, Robert Redford, 8 carries, 24 yards. Has done more damage in the passing game than the rushing game. As Rahman's back to throw, sets, under pressure, lets it go! Oh, he nearly threw an interception again. As he's now 9 of 20 for 75 yards with 3 picks.
Well, you can't blame him for trying to take a shot, but they don't pick up this first down. They've left a tantalizing number of seconds on the clock for the Sparrows.
As Robert Redford subscribed to Church Prime. He's now been subscribed for 6 months. Thank you, Mr. Natural. As the throw goes deep down the field. Oh, it was almost caught by Funk, but it was a nicer play made on that side by Barnhart on 3rd and 7. John Barnhart, that is. Sets up a 4th and 7 from their own 17.
And because that's an incomplete, the clock has stopped.
And that's been the story of the day. Vegas will yet again punt. McGrack standing from inside his own 5, about his 2. Has no pressure, boots it away. And the return by Levy gets him up to about 38. As my colleague sets the stage for you here.
Not a bad punt, but still not bad field position for your Sioux Falls Sparrows. Now, typically what you'll do is try and run 1 or 2 quick plays, see how much yardage you can get, and then that will dictate your pace of play and play selection from there. But as they go 3 to the right side,
out of an empty gun look, and they go quick to the sideline, and Warren gets knocked out of bounds after pickup of 7. Julian Tyree now with 126. He has 2 picks, but he's been more efficient in terms of completion percentage than Rahman has.
Still a decent amount of time as you see Las Vegas waiting for the defensive play call to come in. They've got some choices to make here. They prefer to allow some yardage. They don't want to let that power O thing, whatever you call it, Colin, get uncorked here.
3 tight ends in the backfield. Here's the throw out to Hart, and Colin Hart breaks the tackle and gets tackled in bounds, and clock running under 30 seconds now as they get reset.
Thought he might take a spike, but they're going to run a play.
As the throw goes out to Porter, who has to get out of bounds, but he cannot.
Well done. Good technique by the DB to get it outside leverage and force him back in.
And this might be a victory for the Vegas defense. Yes. As the throw goes out to Porter one more time, and he said he got out of bounds with 2 seconds left.
Sioux Falls had 20 seconds or so on the clock and 2 timeouts in their pocket, and they really poor clock management there if you're trying to manufacture points.
Questionable formation choice, too, with the tight ends on the field. And so we'll get a Hail Mary attempt from the Fury 40-yard line, so we'll see how far Tyree can chuck this melon in the air. And Puppy goes to the end zone. It's intercepted by Max Jackson, who returns it to 5.
That's going to be the end of the first half, Colin.
Jackson with 8 tackles and an interception as they hold the Las Vegas Fury to 6 points and route to a dominating first half, led by their fearless running back, Colin Hart, who picked up 4 touchdowns, including a couple of long-distance calls to make it a 31-6 ball game.
Well, it's been all Sioux Falls all the time, except for 2 made field goals by Las Vegas. And here's your halftime stats and highlights.
And look at the stats. Under 100 total yards for the Fury. Only 24 yards on the ground. Each team with 3 turnovers. Sioux Falls dominating every other category, obviously.
It was a quiet 3 turnovers for Sioux Falls. A very noisy 3 turnovers for the Fury. Fury did get 3 points off one of their turnovers. We'll let you enjoy some of the video highlights and statistics here. We'll be back with the third quarter in just a couple minutes.
Interesting numbers as far as stats go. Colin Hart has about 250 yards on just 14 carries and 4 touchdowns, including an 81-yard jaunt, to go along with 5 catches for 31 yards. Julian Tyree completing 66% of his passes as he's 16 for 24 for 137. Does have the interceptions. And Ray Lynn with a couple of catches, with a couple of targets, and pretty much everybody's gotten at least 1 catch. But the bulk of the damage has been Mr. Hart, John Barnard with 2 interceptions, A.J. Levy with 1. They're 2 for 6 on third down at Sioux Falls. Vegas is 2 for 8. They run 38 total plays at 8 drives, 3 of them ended punts. Average first down yards to pick up about 3.4. And they've gained only 12 first downs in total as Colin Hart and this Sparrow offense has possessed the ball for 41 plays, gained 20 first downs, 9 drives, and had only 1 punt. Thank you very much, Mr. Grayson. Mr. Grayson Willis, manning the stats truck. As the folks in chat saying, if Hart can break off another one, he might be on Darnell Blackwatch territory. That's the number 1 all-time rushing game, over 500 yards against the Louisville Wolfpack, way back when the Houston Hyenas were an expansion team. As AJ Pick 6 said, not Hart had enough time to hit the shower, and he's already rested and ready to go for this half of play. Here's Mulhalt with the kick. And Max Jackson looking to make something happen on the return from the 10 up the middle and gets knocked down at about the 30. If you're wondering where my colleague went, as he likes to do in many of these road trips so far this season, my colleague likes to indulge in the buffet line. As we set up with a 1st and 10 from the 36, they come out in a standard bro set backfield with 2 receivers to the top of your picture. Here's Robert Redford on the carry, and Robert Redford exploding 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Vegas! Oh my, he explodes up the middle for about a 60-yard touchdown jaunt. He wasn't even touched on the play. John Barnhart and Alex Parker and John and Greg Barnhart were busy giving chase. And Redford explodes for a touchdown on the first play of the second half for Vegas. And the Fury might not be dead yet.
Just what the doctor would bring out. You're dead. I'm not dead yet. You soon will be. Who wanted the Monty Python?
Oh, he's not even here to enjoy it. That was a 70-yard jaunt for Redford, who has 94 yards on 9 carries and 3 catches for 20 yards.
You know, and that's maybe that's the spark they need. Someone to just say, hey, I'm going to put a stake in the ground, no more. We're going to get back in this thing, and like a bolt of lightning, Redford shoots himself into the end zone.
Now it's a 31-13 game as Rage's kick goes all the way into the end zone, and this time Levy says, I'm coming out with the ball. He gets across to the 20, down to the 27.
Out to the 27, you meant? I know that.
Out.
Out in the boot.
So this defense, Gauntlet Hart has 200-plus rushing yards. Can he get another one as we have a backup lineman in?
Three backs in the formation, Colin.
Tim Freeman, a backup tackle, is lined up as the tight end, but that doesn't help much as Hart actually lost a yard and is now down to 252.
Yeah, and you know, if you're Sioux Falls, Colin, you're fine. You got us. You got our D on one play. We still have 31 points, so we can score some more. I would not expect to see any panic from Sioux Falls, and they'll stick with their program here. Or, for you Canadian viewers, program.
As Hart again breaks the tackle, and this time he sets him up in a manageable 3rd and 5 situation.
2 Hart carries and 2 un-Hart-like results. Obviously, Las Vegas has made some adjustments here, like trying to not let Hart get out of their sights.
2 of 6 on 3rd down is Sioux Falls for 33% conversion rate. Back to throw. Wide open man is Riley Porter as he gets behind the rest of the defense. And tackle made by Jackson. Otherwise, Porter might have scored.
Yeah, it might have been a porterhouse.
Coming into this game,
I love steak.
Las Vegas was allowing their opponents to convert on 55% of the time on 3rd down.
You know, I take a vitamin every day. It's called a steak.
There's a look at Tom Rahman Jr. has 2 of the interceptions. J.J. McGee, number 80, is back in the game as the 3rd man in the backfield in front of Hart next to Ashley Anderson.
Let's see what they come out of here. I'm so excited with 3 in the backfield.
They go wide again. He runs over Itera, but this time Anthony Wyo and Max Jackson
they're trying
combined on the stop.
Yeah, they're trying to pound that up inside with the 2 lead blockers. Be interesting to see if they try something, an end around with that formation.
Up over the ball comes Chuck Allen. 2 tight ends, balanced line, 3-man backfield. They run it the other way this time, and Hart will slog it out for a first down. He picked up about 4 yards to 41.
For you offensive gurus, that's like fine. We got that first down, but you will have also noticed that Las Vegas had 9 guys in the box right there. They really probably should have checked out of that and seen if they were able to maybe put somebody in the wheel route or find somebody open in the pattern.
So they go 3 wide. Ray Lynn in the slot to the bottom of your screen. Porter isolated by himself. As Tyree sets over the middle, he goes. Complete to Ray Lynn, his first catch. And he picks up 7 yards after being targeted twice in the first half and not being able to come up with the reception sets up a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, it was a lot of touch on that ball. It looked like when I throw a Nerf ball in the backyard, Colin. Wasn't even sure it was going to get there.
But it got there. Low snap. And Tyree has to
step
the 42nd, completes it to A.J. Warren down to the 4-yard line. His 3rd reception.
Give us a replay on that. He's almost about to get sacked. He ducks and does a spin move and throws it coming right out of the spin move. Watch closely. Turns and fires. Are you kidding me?
He just moved, and Rahman Jr. defensed it perfectly, but
that's like a schoolyard play.
As it's 1st and goal from the 4. It's Warren's 3rd reception.
It's the difference between an athlete and the rest of us.
For 48 yards, that was a 29-yard catch the previous play. Meanwhile, the throw goes out to Miles Portis, who catches it, spinning around with one hand for a touchdown. Everything's going right for the Sparrows as Tyree finds the end zone through the air.
Wow. Let's see if we get another look at that. Here we go. Yep. Yeah, they just get confused, does Las Vegas. They get caught up in the wash, and there's nobody on the left side of the Sparrows formation to cover him.
Now we set up with a 37-13 pending the extra point by the Sparrows.
African or European Sparrow? I don't know that.
High snap, ball down, and through. And
wow. That makes the score with 7:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. Sioux Falls 38, Las Vegas 13. You're watching Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch TV.
I don't know the population of Liberty Park, but it feels like the entire population of South Dakota can fit right into this stadium if it wanted to.
No knock against South Dakota. People live out there because they want their space.
As Jackson returns it up to the 33. And the team was able to strike gold on a 70-yard up-the-middle dive play that was perfectly blocked by the Fury. They need more of that if they want to continue to try and chip away this ginormous lead, ginormous deficit that they're facing.
the ginormous lead that Sioux Falls has.
Back to throw goes Rahman looking for Offo. It's incomplete.
Well, Colin, maybe you can start looking at modeling what this, if this score holds, what that means in the wild card chase and for the playoffs.
Well, it's
not saying you have to right now, but we're going to have to start talking about that.
Yes, we will do that.
With a 25-point lead. Halfway through the 3rd.
Split shotgun look.
Masi Manos.
Rahman will throw down the middle of the field.
He's got it!
It was caught by the defender on the deflection. That was Poffo.
Super exciting right there.
What a spectacular way to pick up a 1st down. As we're going to look at it one more time. And the left-handed Rahman just fires this down the middle of the field. It deflected up in the air. I believe that was Ringo.
Ringo? No, it was Paul. And then good concentration to stay with it as it's in the air. And he focuses just on catching it and securing it, not trying to do anything fancy.
Deflection was made as Redford gets a carry, and the man is bottled up for a loss of 1 on the play. Greg Barnhart in on the tackle.
Yeah, Busy Bee Sparrows swarming there. Not going to let him bust another one, at least not on that play, Colin.
Wearing their all-black uniforms, complete with yellow trim and black helmets.
Love the electric yellow. Ding.
Empty backfield set. Rahman to throw over the middle on a slant cut, and hello, welcome to the game. Number 81, John Blades. Not the first time he's been targeted, but that is his first reception.
Is that his first reception? Well, another country has heard from.
setting up a 3rd and 1 situation, pick up a 10 on the previous play. Crow in front of Rahman in the backfield on the offset eye to the left-hand side. Here's to give to Redford, running outside, and he picks up the first down to the 30.
Yes, he does, and Las Vegas will take first downs right now. You can't obsess about the score deficit. Just have to take each play, make each play count.
First and 10 from the 30. Clock winding just under 5 minutes to go now. Medium drop back. Rahman throwing deep. He's got Funk, who catches it all the way down to the 12. That's his 4th catch. 47 yards on 8 targets for Funk. Adrian Levy brings him down with the thunderous stick.
That one's going to leave a mark. Well, we're in the red zone here for your Fury.
And here's the handoff to Redford, and he walks in untouched for his 2nd touchdown.
Whoa. A little extra from the fans there near the booth.
As Roberts now over 100 yards. He's got 109 on just 12 totes, his 2nd touchdown. This one from short distance at 12 yards out.
Are you calling this like a field goal? It's your standard point after a touchdown. I'm getting the sinister fist shake here in the booth.
As the extra point is up and through. So with 4:24 to go, it's now 38-20 game.
It's an 18-point ball game.
As the Simulation Football League is sponsored to you by Movement Premium Watches and Sunglasses. By Quip, perfect oral care delivered. And by ScoreStream, the official score updates app of the SFL and Spike the sound choice. Levy downs the ball in the end zone as Robert Redford picks up, cheers 200 bits in the chat.
Nice.
Thank you, sir. We have 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers to the bottom. Colin Hart to single back. Tyree will throw this one out to Hart, who's got blockers in front, but instead runs right into an unblocked Tom Rahman Jr. But he picks up 5 yards for his troubles.
And Las Vegas is playing fire on that kind of play. It's been open most of the night for Sioux Falls, and they've put some good yardage up on the board with that, Colin.
Here's the 3-man backfield. This time the
sweep, come on.
This time the 3rd man in the backfield is up to the top. They go that direction, and it's blocked beautifully. And, oh, boy, Max Jackson saved what could have been a touchdown. His Hart is now 284 with that last tote. 14.2 yards a carry. Just amazing.
Well, they give Hart a little bit of a convoy there. He actually runs past some of his blockers. He don't care.
What's amazing, Rick, is this kid has done it on less than 30 carries. He's at 20 carries now for 285 yards and 4 TDs.
Holy smoke.
As the throw goes down the middle of the field, complete to Warren. A.J. Warren, his 4th reception.
Well, the nightmare is slowly continuing for Las Vegas as they can't seem to put a stake in the ground here with the Sparrows. Offense.
59 yards now for Warren. Warren on the day, leading all contracted receivers. Tyree has to go
What was
backwards to Porter, and he lost a yard.
What's that?
That was the most bizarre play. More than the goal line sequence that we saw with Vegas earlier, and Tom Robbins giving him an earful.
I don't think we've seen a mucked up play on offense yet from Sioux Falls until that, maybe? Question mark?
Here's a three-man backfield. J.J. McKee lines up as the extra man. Freeman, the backup tackle, was lined up in the backfield before. Here's Hart on the carry, following his blockers. He's to the 40, he's to the 30, and he grinds down to the 29-yard line, does Colin Hart.
Well, they're not giving up the TDs to Hart, but they're giving up big yardage. They've got better recovery on the back end, but they're still getting outblocked and out-schemed at the point of attack, Colin.
For those of you interested, Colin Hart has now eclipsed the 300-yard mark. He's at 306 and 21 carries. As the referee was ran over on that play. I didn't even see it, but some of the fellows in the chat said he was.
You know why? Nobody cares about the referee. Oops, sorry.
As here is the run going the other way, and this time he lost the yard, so he's technically at 305. Yep. As the stats confirm my rudimentary math figures.
Man, nice job with a long of 81.
We have second and 11. Sioux Falls is trying to chew as much time as they possibly can, it appears. So we're approaching under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Tyree to throw over the middle, complete to Lynn, and Lynn will make it about 5 yards.
Celebrates like he just scored. Didn't even make a first down. But we'll leave that for later.
As new guy in the chat says, I love the Vegas logo and colors. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think you got really actually two nice uniform concepts on the field tonight.
As it's a 3rd and 4, hard up the middle. This time he gets stopped after a 3-yard pickup needed 4, or got 3. Nope, that was Freddie Fox.
Well,
His first carry, and Prefontaine on the field to attempt a field goal. Now the hold of Willie Beeman.
It's be a 36-yarder. Try and break the 40 mark.
As it is good. This is going to say it's from 36. And as my colleague so accurately predicted, Sioux Falls is now in front by a score of 41 to 20. As we are now, the clock is stopped at 58 seconds left, and the kick is away. And returned by Jackson. Up to the 26. So let's get to those playoff scenarios first. Let's talk about the wild card. Sioux Falls is in front, along with Tallahassee at 6 and 4. Vegas is at 5 and 5, sort of right on the very edge of sort of dropping out of a wild card race / being in the wild card race still. Tonight's sure defeat probably won't help them in the long term, as here's a sweeping play to Redford, who runs over a defender and picks up 8 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2. As both backs gone 100 plus, except Hart's done it the more flashy style, whereas Redford has had to be a bit more workmanlike in his approach. And the free safety, Jay Ringgold, was absolutely tattooed on that play by Redford.
Yes, he was. Las Vegas still trying to cling to life here.
And they pick up the first down. Looked like for a moment that thing might burst through the other side. Nick Fargo on the tackle. So that'll most likely be the last play in the quarter.
Las Vegas down by 21, but it's a doable differential. They're going to have to pick it up on both sides of the ball here.
We have reached the end of the third quarter play as Sioux Falls is in front of Las Vegas 41-20. You're watching Simulation Football League presented by AP Music on Twitch TV. Back on field, there's a look at Brett Funk. 4 catches for 47 yards on 6 targets. So we have 1st and 10 from 38. And Rahman fires it over the middle to Don Blades. His 2nd reception on 6 targets. They say he picked up 9.5 yards, close to 10.
He can't quite get over that line to gain, but that's a nice play design on the drag route over the middle, and trying to keep Blades involved. Normally, that's kind of a tight end design job there, but
2nd and inches, whole playbook open here for Vegas. And they elect to give the ball to Redford, who swims through the line of scrimmage. He goes to the 40, the 35, and knocked down at the 34-yard line by A.J. Levy.
And that's a big play. If Las Vegas can stick one in the end zone here, they'll cut it to a 2-score game. Sioux Falls faithful does not like me saying that.
We have an empty backfield set. Rahman surveys over 3-4-3 defense. Middle linebacker Parker showing blitz. He comes with it. And the throw over the middle is dropped, is knocked away from Redford.
What the heck was that?
Incomplete. 2nd and 10. John Barnhart wondering what did Redford have to eat at halftime. Remember, he had 27 yards, and he's gained over 100 yards this half, 70 of which came on the very first play from scrimmage.
Indeed.
As Rahman's back to throw again, goes deep. Almost knocked away. This time, John Barnhart.
Right idea. Probably thrown just a little bit late and into double coverage. Very dangerous. Rahman lucky to have another snap at it here.
3rd and 10 for Vegas. The Fury, as far as 3rd down conversions go, are 3 for 9. They've run 50 plays to this point in the ball game. And Rahman will throw deep. Knocked away by Greg Barnhart.
Oh, my goodness.
And the elder statesman, who's been a new pickup for Andrew Nyberg, the Swede, is unable to corral that one. And Matt Rage will be called on to kick another 3-pointer through the sticks.
Well, and importantly for Sioux Falls, they keep them out of the end zone.
This will be a bit longer field goal attempt. They'll mark it from the right hash mark.
Will they now?
Cole Trickle will put it down. Kind of a funky spot, but he got it away, and from 51, Rage splits the sticks.
What do you know about that? What do you know about them apples, huh?
We're going to look at it one more time. Oh, it's just a ball going through. Now it's a 41-23 game with 9:40 left. Still too early for perhaps an onside kick attempt, even with a contracted kicker. They elect to kick this away and hope their defense can come up with a stop for once.
Indeed.
As Levy downs it in the end zone for a touchback, ball will come out to the 20.
The Vegas defense has seen a lot so far tonight, and they've got to be have a little bit of a low gas tank.
As Tyree over the middle, it is complete to A.J. Warren, who now that's his 5th catch for 69 yards, 7-yard pickup. or 8-yard pickup sets up a 2nd and 2.
Well, that's why you do all of the conditioning off season and eat right, sleep right, do all the right things during the season, because you're now tired and you've got to stop Sioux Falls.
As Hart up the middle will get it to the 33. The clock now winds with under 9 minutes to go. Colin Hart now up to 313 on 24 totes.
Tight formation, Colin.
They throw again, this time to J.J. McGee, who picks up 2 yards. For Miles Portis, the third-string tight end, caught touchdown from that same formation earlier.
Yeah. Not much there that time. Well defended by Las Vegas. Brings up 2nd and long.
Standard pro set backfield. Anderson next to Hart, a former contracted running back for the Sparrows, playing fullback, as the throw over the middle is complete to Warren, who will motor it out to the 47. That is catch number 6 on the day for him. He's up to 75 yards.
Well, Sioux Falls may be making a point of emphasis to just move the sticks here. It also happens to burn the clock. There's that tight formation again, Colin.
And they elect to throw. Tyree ducks a sack, gets rid of it to Hart, who has to get going upfield in a hurry and loses a yard as Wolfgard Reinhardt makes his 2nd TFL of the game. He has 3 total tackles, does Mr. Reinhardt.
And little details make the difference in the game as Hart manages to get tackled inbounds to keep the clock moving.
As we have a split back off set to the right side, Hart gets it up the middle and powers forward for 5 yards, setting up a 3rd and 6 situation.
This little sort of minor razzle-dazzle there in the backfield holds up the rush just long enough to generate a few positive yards.
Hart up to 317. He's in the backfield for the 3rd and 6.
Someone's going to be open in that bunch if they run the right route.
They run the play action to Art. They throw toward the bunch, and it's knocked down. Perfectly timed hit from Anthony Weil.
Hats off to the Fury secondary, as you could see everybody, they caught up and had everybody covered, making it a very difficult task for a completion there. Good job.
As the Sparrows will only have to punt for the 2nd time this game. In 12 drives, they picked up 31 first downs. Just amazing offensive efficiency from Sioux Falls. Punt is away, and Mr. Jackson will get brought down at the 18.
Well, the Fury need to get a little furious here as they're down 41-23 with 6:28 to go. You're watching SATUR DAY Night. Twitch TV.
Trips to the bottom of the screen for Las Vegas as Rahman fades back to throw. And it's incomplete. Pass intended for John Blades is 8th target.
I get you want to get some chunk yardage, but he could have taken the underneath there, and if he didn't get a first down, it would have been close. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Rahman is 14 of 32 for 139 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 picks. Man in the slot is Funk. Instead, it's an handoff to Redford up the middle, who grinds it for an 8-yard pickup.
Nice block. I don't think we'll get a replay on this, but we saw a guard release and go pick up the linebacker about 7 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and that was a key hold, allowing that nice gain.
Solomon Crow, the fullback, number 25, and bunch to the bottom of your picture. Sioux Falls throwing blitz. Dom Rahman's back to throw. Fires down the middle field. It's complete for the first down to Mr. Crow.
Rahman has a little smorgasbord of receivers there. Colin, his three are in the general area, like maybe within 5 or 6 yards of each other. He picks one and makes a completion. See, 1, 2, 3, boom.
And that is the second reception for Mr. Crow. Of course, he dropped one early in the ballgame that would net Sioux Falls 7 points. On that drive, they had to settle for 3.
That's right. Yeah, they ended up going backwards after getting down to the 2.
Empty shotgun look. Rahman back to throw. Complete. That is to number 10, Chris Knight. 5'10", 186.
Same concept. Interesting is they sort of flood the center part of the field there with receivers, and seems to have confused the Sparrow secondary there for the second time in a row.
As here's the stretch play to Redford. He loses 2 yards, and here we go at the hurry up. We got 4 wide receivers on the pattern for Vegas. Rahman back to throw against a blitz. Fires down the middle of the field. It's intercepted for the second time in this game by A.J. Levy, and that's 4 for the elder Rahman. And this night has continues to get worse.
He didn't expect Levy coming from behind the receiver to jump in front and get that pass. Yet he does. 4:40 to go. 4:44 to go. 4:44. Sioux Falls takes over on their own 35.
And the throw down the middle of the field is dropped by the fullback, Ashley Anderson. It was open on the play. He stuck his arms out, but the ball didn't come into his chest. Second attempt from 41.
Yeah, again, for you kids learning the game, you got to put your hands out in front and look that ball into your hands. If you want to see well-coached receivers, watch PJ Flex receivers. They overemphasize that, and you'll see them running downfield with their hands out in front of them.
And the throw down the field is caught by Craig Hearn. Haven't heard from him in a while. His second catch of the
Hearn is heard from.
day, and the Canadian Moose makes a first down for his team.
Now, flex receivers don't run all the time with their hands out in front, but when the ball's coming to them, they will stick their arms out, extend their hands, and look that ball in to secure it.
That's the 5th interception for Levy, according to our other statistician, John Bark.
John B. Got off his sloop.
Grayson Willis in the truck doing stats for us, keeping track of this monumental day that Colin Hart's having. He's now up to 326 yards on 26 totes, averaging a healthy 12.5 yards per carry.
John B. left the Beach Boys and his sloop to come watch the game. Nothing, I got nothing.
Did he go to the hamburger stand now?
And he'll have fun until his daddy takes the T-Bird away.
As Sioux Falls operates a 3-man backfield, they'll throw out of it. And this time a nice spinning catch by Porter, who hauls that in and
stays in bounds.
Tyree is now 29 of 38 for 260s. And he says, and Barnhart says, nah, all the Beach Boys are here watching with me.
Absolutely. It's still winter. It feels like winter here in the upper Midwest, and summer can't come fast enough.
As welcome in Crazy 8 2000. He's been in the chat. He says, I feel so broke up and I just want to go home. Is that a Beach Boy song?
Yeah. Well, the warmth of the sun might help you out there.
As the throw goes out to Hart, who lost the yard. Tackle made by Ryan Hart again, number 54.
Or you could meet my friend Rhonda. She can help. She helped me. I cracked myself up. Anyway, back to the game. We're getting close to the 2-minute warning, Colin. Be on your toes.
Looks like they might get one play off before the 2-minute warning. No, that my intuition says they won't.
And
as they do get one off, and Bortis drops that one. And we reached. That brings us to the quick 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on Twitch TV.
And Denver, the service dog, wants everybody to know he's having a good time out here at Sioux Falls.
3rd and 11, Willie Beeman and the rest of the twos for Sioux Falls offensively are on the field, and Beeman will get a pass attempt, and it's complete over the middle to the 33-yard line to Porter for a reception, and timeout called by Vegas with 1:54 left. Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with timed vibrations. Brush head refills for $5, refilled every 3 months. Covered for life with free shipping for life. Use the link posted in the chat. And your purchase helps support the SFL through our partnership. Quip, a more wholesome clean. Meanwhile, back on the field, the punt by Mohawk goes out of bounds and lands at the 10-yard line.
Nice job. Well executed in a game that is appearing to be well in hand by Sioux Falls with an 18-point deficit. Las Vegas needs 3 scores in a hurry.
I just posted the promotional link in the chat if anybody wants to buy any Quip oral care products.
Carry your teeth.
So here's Rahman on the carry, and Tom Rahman up the middle will pick up 7 yards. And here comes the hurry-up sequence. And again, they go back to Rahman. Pick up a first down, but the clock is ticking away.
Yeah, I know some of you jokers don't like to floss, but get on the stick.
That was Redford on the carry. It broke a tackle, but didn't get past the line of scrimmage. He broke the tackle, number 44, Bobby Carpenter. And again, they go back to Rahman, and they're stuck in a rut, and they finally call a timeout with 1:06 left.
Wow.
Just a questionable sequence there.
Not sure what they're doing. I guess they're functionally waving the white flag, Colin. So they let the clock run via the running play.
His trips to the bottom of the screen. And again, they get to Redford, and AJ pick 6 with the 3,000 bits. Celebrating his team's victory with the signature kapow celebration and emoji. They've turned it into a hashtag over there in the Dakotas. And Vegas is, like my colleague said, just functioning waving the white flag as they ran out 3rd down.
So this will take Sioux Falls to 6-4. Am I right, Colin?
They are 6-4 now. This would take them to 7.
Thank you very much. That's going to really.
Throw over the middle is complete to the man. That is Brent Funk.
Does that lock them in on the wild card? Just an open question.
I would think so. Stat still has to be calculated as the ball spiked with 47 seconds left.
Yeah, this will be a 6-in-a-row win for your Sparrows. Am I right?
That would be correct.
That's impressive. Impressivo.
Brett Funk, 5 catches for 61 yards.
Whoa, hey, excuse me there.
Excuse me there. As Eric JWA says 7 wins should get you in the wild card, but that's up to the people men in the stats. It's Jay Nyberg skies it out of the air and picks off Rahman for interception
number
4.
4. Wow.
This is looking for Knight down the middle of the field,
Well done, fine sir.
and this team coming into the game was -1 in turnover differential. It's surely on the plus side of things now that they've added 4 takeaways to this season. Total of 15 they had coming in. Fury were +6, and they finished the game -2 in turnover differential. So that'll take them to +4 if the numbers hold out. Meanwhile, Willie Beeman took another knee. And Beeman secures his team a wild card berth as he takes the snaps in garbage time, and it's a 41-23 Sioux Falls win.
Well, a super impressive victory for the Sparrows as they continue to just have a great defensive run here.
589 yards, 5 turnovers from Sioux Falls. I believe all 5 were thrown by Tom Rahman.
Oh, nice blocking there, by the way, on the highlight screen. Sorry to talk over you. And he just runs right, but splits the defenders, Colin. What a thing of beauty.
There was only 1 sack. Mike Johnson was awfully quiet in terms of stats. He was pretty much neutralized for the most part. Julian Tyree continue to make spectacular plays like this all game long. A.J. Warren leads all contractor receivers with 80 yards receiving. As Colin Hart finishes the day with, I can get the numbers here, 326 yards on 26 carries. Julian Tyree finishes with 259 yards passing and a touchdown. Matt Rage made 2 field goals. Sioux Falls Emmy Prefontaine made 2 field goals. And this was just a microcosm of Rahman's day. That second interception he threw to Levy, and a lot of the backups in it wrinkled. The free safety picked that one off. And your extraordinary Everest player of the game is, to no one's surprise, Colin Hart. 26 carries, 224 yards, as well as 32 receiving yards out of the backfield.
I guess you could say he sort of ran away with it tonight, Colin.
Well, for those of us at the Simulation Football League, I'm Colin Northup. He's Rick Northup. Huge shout out to Grayson Willis tracking the stats for us. For those of us working the SFL League office and all our partners, we say thank you, everyone. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend.